Welcome back to the Final Fantasy VII Remake. We're still here.
Yes, as we continue to play lab partners to Hojo. God, this might be the most humiliating thing I've ever had to do.
It could be worse.
Yeah, I guess it could be worse. I mean, I could be all down in the dumps as a mailman.
Experiments.
Well, Cloud, who isn't down in the dumps if they're a postman?
I don't know. A lot of people in Amazon seem to love working there.
That is the worst joke I have heard in a long time.
Yeah, I know, and I know, and I saw the trailers for Cats.
But Joe, what about Postman Pat?
Yeah, he enjoys his job.
Going off of the movie, I was wondering.
Well, I don't know.
Talk about the movie.
I don't know. I saw a YouTube poop. And Postman Tap kind of sounds like a dangerous site.
Especially
So
with
what?
those...
The Postman Tap is like the evil twin?
Yeah, basically, Postman Tap is so hated by everybody, even that even children would try to assassinate him.
Damn.
Wow. That's quite an unhappy existence. He sounds like the anti-Mr. Rogers.
There we go.
I mean, to be fair, citizens aren't exactly that nice to him either. I mean, someone gave him a steering wheel that was covered in poo. Someone even served him a glass of water.
Oh snap! Cheeky, Barrett, cheeky.
But we just
wasn't
noticed.
firing bullets. He was firing.
God, I'm literally a lab rat. For some reason, this really irks my psyche. I don't know why, though.
We ain't done yet. It seems we have no choice.
Alright, let's get him.
Do we ever have a choice?
Well, it could be worse. We could be on the set of Lab Rats.
I thought you were going to say something different.
Oh, trust me, being on the set of Lab Rats is like a fate worse than death, as Pedro can attest to.
I can think of worse sets to be on.
Oh.
Any set that has Big G as a director.
Okay, to be fair, Supernatural somehow turned out to be great, despite him being apparently the main carrier of that show, so...
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. I mean, in at least 2 of his movies, he apparently got punched by Bill Murray in one,
Yeah.
and he lost control of Christian Bale on the other.
Seriously, that when you get Bill Murray angry enough to punch you in the face, you're doing something
Bill Murray
wrong.
is the epitome of, uncaring, on their borderline depressed actor that doesn't give a shit about whatever you do.
Mind, I'm not sure if it was because either McGee really pissed it off, or Bill Murray was really that upset at the acting choices that he'd taken.
What was the movie in question?
Charlie's Angels?
Ooh.
The 2001 specifically.
Yeah.
Oh,
The first, the one with Lucy Liu, poor soul.
And with,
well, to be fair, it's not the worst Lucy Liu movie.
wasn't Matthew
I guess
LeBlanc?
Ballistic, Kex vs. 7 was afterward.
Wasn't,
X versus 7.
wasn't Matthew LeBlanc in that Charlie's Angels movie anyway?
I don't
Okay,
know.
Hojo, good to know your fetishes. Now can we please kick your ass?
Tio, he's only letting us know about...
Can you please
Meanwhile,
stop feeding yourself potions? I'm
yeah,
just
meanwhile,
speaking
Cody's
here.
like, oh yeah, sure. Keep telling me that.
Yeah, just
I'm talking to you.
just
here.
keep telling me that.
We need to drink to get through this conversation.
Okay, now I'm all healed. What was he saying?
Damn it, he's gone already.
He walked off, mumbling to himself at how you're really rude.
But Rudy's
well,
with the Turks.
yeah.
But he's the one who walked off.
How does he get over there so quickly?
Now's our chance to kill the bastard.
Maybe you don't have to loudly announce it.
Time for you to pay the piper.
Barrett, you idiot. He just told you it was bulletproof.
They never learn.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, red is the brightest idea instead.
Yeah, yeah.
Go,
well
Red,
done,
go.
Barrett,
Go,
being
Red, go.
outsmarted by having
Yay!
Oh,
teamwork.
snap.
Barrett,
Hello.
that's pretty bad.
Oh, fuck.
Dang, he fought ahead.
Yeah, Hojo has a secret weapon. One of the original game's enemies repurposed as a boss, which of course will have to. Oh, you don't just boop like that. Okay, go away. Come
How
back
dare
here.
you boop the snoot?
Shit, looks like Red might need our help up there.
I love how these lab also introduces like a shit ton of the enemies that were just originally in the original game were just around. Usually meaning like these ones. The ledge-worm.
These enemies can be a bit of a handful.
It's like
You've got so
whack-a-mole
long
with robots.
You've
Yeah.
only got so long to slash them before they go back down.
If you manage to stagger them, they will just stay up. So
I often use Barrett for this fight because, you know, can hit from a range.
oof.
But yeah, you know, I'll give this game credit. It does give Hojo a lot more dignity than pretty much just getting humped by Red XIII like he did in the original.
Oof.
That is admittedly one case where, you know, fleshing it out does definitely help.
Yeah. And also the fact that a couple of, again, it's another situation also where a couple of the original game's enemies have been repurposed now as bosses just to give more screen time. Like that, the pod that Hojo is carrying around is not just the only example, you will see later. Alright, time to free Red, if he's already not already freed.
Get out of here.
Oh, there we go. Oof.
What was that thing?
Where's Hojo? Sorry, he got away.
Oh, don't worry.
Forget about him for now.
Yeah, we gotta reunite with the others. Unfortunately, we can't mess. Oh, shame. We
You
mess
can't
with
slash the
controls.
computer. Yeah, well, to be fair, Dwibs, I don't blame you. I tried to.
It would have been fun. We could have.
We
Could've
can't pull
cut-
a Roxas,
We
unfortunately.
could have pressed the button that would have locked the doors on Hojo, and he would be able to escape.
It's funny
Well,
because
look at that, Dwibs. There are more boxes at least.
it's funny you mention that, Trey, because Roxas was based on Cloud in a lot of ways.
Which cloud specifically?
Although I'm not sure, Jova, because Roxas, you know, being a Keyblade wielder and all, uses more agility and later on even dual wielding, which Cloud certainly doesn't proficient into.
Plus,
If anything, Roxas reminds me more of the Onion Knight from Final Fantasy III.
let's be honest here, wasn't really talking about his gameplay style.
Fair enough.
Oh boy, Cloud got a weapon upgrade.
Sweet.
I don't know what's been upgraded since I set it all to automatic, but still. Alright, let's see what I pick here, if anything.
Subversion materia. AKA the shock value materia.
Huh.
Yep.
Use
yep,
wisely.
Yeah, well,
Definitely
yeah.
use wisely.
Gotcha.
This is the materia that misguided film directors use to try and aid
Be
them.
clever. Oh,
I wasn't
no,
really
Barrett,
clever
it's
then.
not.
Because it's not just the example
Yeah.
you expect me to make. A lot of people can
We're
do.
dissected.
That chain bag on that Dwibs picked up is the most powerful accessory in the game, by the way.
Where did we went? Oh. Alright, who's up for another boss fight?
Oh boy, the hospital itself is rebelling.
Ooh.
Congrats, Barrett. They're doing the exact opposite
There
of
you go,
what
the
you
pod.
asked.
I need to fight it.
And for a second there, I thought it was going to be Cloud and Barrett versus the entire hospital.
Again, here you receive a bit of an upgrade because instead of in the original game, if you remember, if you put just like a goofy humanoid inside these pod, here instead they made it more serious, edgy, terrifying with a skull and everything. But he's, just like in the original game, he's specialized in debuffing the shit out of you.
This is what my training has brought me to fight. A brain pod.
Of course. Don't worry, Cloud.
You're going to have to fight a bunch of Kurt.
Don't worry, Cloud. Just wait until you get to the Triceratops on tank wheels. Oh.
Yeah, this is going to be the weirdest thing. I mean, look what you've been fighting so far. You've been fighting Dementors.
Oh,
fighting,
look who's on top of the game.
Fighting ghosts.
Do you know the rules, Cloud?
Okay, gotta ask.
Oh shit, I don't know what to do.
Yep, this is definitely a no more directed battle.
Okay, gotta ask, how much of this is actual science and how much of this is bullshit magic?
Alright, find the normal one.
Why can't I move? Damn it.
They're draining you.
You're ahead in the game, Cloud.
Jesus. Yeah, this is basically how the fight becomes now this frantic race to defeat all the enemies before they debuff too much out of you.
Yeah.
First run out of time
is the loser. It was even that's also the interesting thing. That was Robin Atkindoll's way before it became more popular as a voice actor. Square again. The Square of the early 2000s started basically propelled the career of a bunch of voice actors that today we keep for granted. Like Nolan North, one of his early video game roles was in Final Fantasy XII, but nobody remembers that because it was actually very minimal.
Yeah, Troy Baker in 14 discussed. Hallie Hillis in 14 as well.
Ashley Birch not so much because she had already an extensive career by that point.
Haley Joel Osment.
Well, those were already celebrities, Joe. I'm talking about straight.
Osment became famous because of the Sixth Sense.
Yeah, I'm talking about straight voice actors, Joe. Although it's interesting how the protagonist of 12, Van, is actually was voiced by an actual, similar to Jesse McCartney for Roxas. The Van was actually voiced by a singer, Bobby Ender, which was a rapper.
Yeah, that's a much better pick because if it wasn't for Kingdom Hearts, Jesse McCartney right now probably would be yet another one of those
washed up singers.
Although to be fair, Jesse McCartney was technically a star before he became Roxas.
No, it was, Joe. We were just commenting on the fact that voice acting is the thing that saved his career, essentially.
Yeah, because his singing wasn't exactly, timeless. So...
What did become of his singing
Can you imagine if Kingdom Hearts does the same thing again for the future, but with Justin Bieber?
Well...
honestly, considering how he's revealed himself to be an asshole, and he says horrible things on social media, I'm assuming Disney probably doesn't want to touch him.
Well, good thing that actually don't follow that. Oh, Jesus.
Okay, I gotta give Hojo...
Okay, we got through that.
Gotta give Hojo credit. The guy can apparently run pretty far in a short amount of time.
Drova, it's like Dr. Eggman in the first Sonic. He can actually outrun Sonic himself.
Pretty much.
I mean, Haley Joel Osment did have a problem that a few years ago he was fined for driving while having a bit too much alcohol in his system, but that was only one occurrence that didn't amount to anything anyway, so whatever.
I'll say this, Haley Joel Osment seems to have his career...
Oh. Basically, now you have to get to Red in time, but you have to deal first with enemies yourself.
Well, I mean, we don't have the time limit just yet.
And unlike Justin Bieber, he didn't, call the police an asshole. That he actually complied. And
kind of funny that considering that Bieber actually started to have some minor actorial role, and one of them was killing a cop in CSI by getting riddled with bullets. Alright, now it's up instead to, I think, Tifa. There you go, Tifa and Eric to get Red.
You have to switch between Cloud Barrett and Tifa and Eric to save Red 13 before his health runs out and you get a game over. So Cloud, get to the bloody game.
Do you think it was the same thing with James Arnold Taylor in Final Fantasy X?
Well, kinda. At the time, keep in mind, Ratchet from Ratchet and Clank was also the other big thing that propelled his career, but we weren't too far separated, the
Maybe
two
not, I think
things.
2002, I think, only.
So
a
it,
year after.
it was a combination of the two, but yeah, it could be entirely possible. I don't remember, did Heidi Burris already had experience before voicing Yuna?
No. There's a pinch there. The only thing I know her for is Yuna. That's the thing.
I
John
mean, she was in an
DiMaggio
episode of
definitely already had experience.
One more shot.
Let me check.
Well, I
think
mean,
she
that's
was
the only,
also
that's
in,
the only other thing I know her for. Aside from Yuna.
Come on, Dwibs, there's no time to waste.
Shame you don't have Ray of Judgment.
Have Tifa and Eri from Two Rings to get to Red.
I forgot who played Waka.
John DiMaggio,
John DiMaggio.
just like
Oh,
Himari.
never mind. Well, no, John DiMaggio is it's John DiMaggio.
Yeah,
That guy has been a thing for quite some time.
pretty much. I don't remember who voiced Auron instead.
Wasn't it Steve Blum who was?
No, it was someone else.
He doesn't have the
Let me
right
check
twang
just to
in
be
his
sure.
voice to be voiced by Steve
Worked up a
Blum.
good
It's very distinct.
Okay, well, we got to Red 13 with.
Yeah. Alright, then to mop the floor with these punks.
Watch yourself. I'm coming.
Yeah,
Duly noted,
if,
Era.
if you can carry over your save files to the next installments of the of this series of remakes, by the time we get to like part 3, Tifa's uppercuts will be strong enough to break a man's chin.
Chili?
Maybe that's the idea behind it. Like I said, I honestly think we're gonna have something like this, especially because again the level cap in this game is locked at 50, so I guess there is an idea behind it.
Let's finish this.
There we go, Heidi Burris. Auron was played by Matt McKenzie. I already heard
I
him.
am now.
Nice one.
Yay! You can keep the doggo for now.
Have Cloud and Barrett found anything?
Actually, they just found the entrance to the 4th ward. But to unlock it, they have to access the central terminal, which they cannot do from their position.
Basically, move
Do
on.
it instead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's try.
Convenient
Yeah,
that you
that's,
fell down here with us, Red 13.
Yeah, I know, and I don't think this fall is going to be my last.
Yeah.
I've forgotten who voiced Red 13 in our playthrough.
Pedro did.
Pedro.
Me.
Well, I'm pulling a Dick Layton.
You might remember how the voice actor was more akin to Liam O'Brien's performance, where I tried to make his age a bit more ambiguous in his voice.
Alright,
So, I guess I'm doing Max Middleman's.
let's see here. Before Final Fantasy X, I think was Heidi Burris' first major voice acting role, because before that I only seen actual actorial role with stuff like she was in The Closer.
For the record,
I remember seeing that, but I don't remember her showing up there.
Cloud and Barrett to see it through.
But yeah, not much. She started voicing from the mid 90s, so I guess it was like another thing that propelled her career, I suppose.
Oh, and she was in one of the direct-to-video one, where she was in a Riddick.
I was checking mostly before, not after the game. Let me check instead.
She was in Terminator Salvation.
The video game?
Yeah.
Yeah. Considering how the game has a lot of, voice actors for just minor appearances, like, not even joking, Shiro. Yeah, it has Dante Basco for like one minor scream for no reason. But anyway,
and she was in, well, quote unquote, she was in Mobius Final Fantasy.
yeah, because Mobius actually had a couple of crossover events where characters from our game showed up.
Don't worry, Tio. I know the twist regarding you.
Commencing test of augmented research specimen.
I'll talk more about Mobius for the Final Thoughts because it's also important. But Matt McKenzie seems to have a pretty substantial, resume even before doing Auron. If anything, he has done relatively less afterward. It was in 4 episodes of 24. Interesting.
No, which season?
I day 6, so the sixth one
Ah, okay.
as Agent Hollister.
I haven't gotten that far, and I highly doubt it's going to be on Disney Plus.
He was also in the Animatrix. Makes sense. If I recall correctly, he was in the CGI short that Square Enix did, and Heidi Burroughs was also in there too.
Animatrix used the same voice director and most of the voice cast from Final Fantasy X.
Also, I forgot that Riku in 10 was actually voiced by Tara Strong. So I had to thank her for that.
Oh yeah, she's Riku's always voiced Riku till she even.
Well, I don't remember.
In World of Final Fantasy.
I actually don't remember that, but so I guess I have to thank her for doing the whole monkey delivery in 10 too.
Well, Tail, let's face it.
Bad script, I know.
Terra is amazing. Terra is basically the June Foray of our generation, but even her can only do so much with that god-awful translation.
This instead I'm actually curious because instead the voice actor for Seymour, because Alex Fernandez, because Seymour has a very distinct particular voice in 10, but his voice actor also has a very extensive career from the mid-80s onward, so... Wait, he was in... Oh, wait, he was in a video game called Top Gun Fired Bill.
Alright guys, we are now going to pause here for the time being because we are now in front of Sector 4. As we all know, Sector 4 always sounds like the most important sector of all, don't you know?
But Dwibs, I've been told that level 5 is the most important level there is.
Well, I mean, they can be good, but there are more numbers than 5.
No, that's not the joke is. The joke is, congratulations, now your party members are at level 5. The best level to be. Not the important one, but best level to be.
Alright then.
Alright, so we'll see you for when we sort out Sector 4 in the next part.
Yeah.
See you then.